getting that shot really was an amazing feeling. It hits you.
The COVID-19 shots were so safe and so effective that the liberal feds have had to spend nearly $10 million to promote them on social media. And I have some now scrubbed from the public record clips from that time to share with you.
Help protect your child. Book their appointment at canada.ca/COVID-vaccine. A message from the Government of Canada.
It's never too early to encourage our kids to look out for their neighbors and look out for each other. And the best thing we can do through that is making sure that everyone who possibly can gets vaccinated.
Tamara Ugolini here with Rebel News to show you more frivolous costs associated with the Justin Trudeau Liberals' safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine regime.
More people in Canada vaccinated with their first and second doses. The more we can vax to the max, the better for back to school.
Every single vaccine available in Canada has been approved by Health Canada as being both safe and effective.
Apparently, the billions of taxpayer dollars wasted to procure hundreds of millions of COVID-19 vaccines that either expired or were sent to other countries before they expired wasn't enough. It also wasn't enough that the feds have had to pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of compensation to then ousted unvaccinated public sector employees during the vaccine mandate hysteria, or the over $11 million they've spent compensating COVID-19 vaccine injured. No, instead, we learn now that the government spent nearly $10 million, that's right, with an M, dollars promoting the safe and effective injections on social media. The shocking amount was disclosed after Conservative MP Ted Falk tabled an order paper question in the House of Commons asking Health Canada and its subsidiary, the Public Health Agency of Canada, to disclose how much the government spent on advertising to promote the COVID-19 vaccines on social media. In 2020 and 2021, a campaign ran called COVID-19 Vaccination, Educate and Build Trust that ran on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, costing taxpayers a whopping $850,753. This ran again in 2021 and 2022 to the tune of $625,751. A similar campaign ran that same year called COVID-19 Vaccination, Mass Campaign Ripple Effect that cost an astronomical $1,852,777. The government has largely removed the YouTube links to these videos, like the City of Toronto did with their vaccine promoting propaganda videos geared towards parents and children, but I was able to track this one down using the Wayback Machine.
It all starts with one small action, but even the smallest action can create a ripple. If enough of us do our part by getting vaccinated, that ripple can become a wave. We can all help get there by getting vaccinated. A message from the Government of Canada.
That same year, COVID-19 vaccination, Ask the Experts, cost taxpayers $927,119 for this crucial endeavor. Then as the childhood COVID-19 shots were being rolled out and fear was ramping up that they were all somehow of sudden risk, in swooped the COVID-19 vaccination parents campaign, costing an enormous $1,527,335. This is one of the ads coming out at the time.
We do everything we can to keep our kids safe. So how can the COVID-19 vaccine help protect them? COVID-19 vaccines can help keep children safe from severe illness and potential long-term effects of the virus. Millions of children in Canada and around the world have already been safely vaccinated. Help protect your child. Book their appointment at canada.ca/COVID-vaccine. A message from the Government of Canada.
COVID-19 vaccination for parents' kids cost another $1 million and change. The government removed the link to this particular ad from YouTube, and since the Wayback Machine came up empty, I went to Archive Today, which showed me the name of the clip, and I was able to track down the ad on the Healthy Canadians Facebook page.
Vaccination against COVID-19 can help kids get back to being kids. Help protect your child and those around them. Book vaccination appointments for eligible children in your family.
This was a great way for our former drama teacher, now turned Prime Minister, to get into character and role play.
Today, I'm glad to be here as Prime Minister talking about how important it is for all Canadians to get vaccinated. But I'm also going to be playing the role of a dad of a 7-year-old who is going to get his vaccine this afternoon with me. And we're very excited about that. And I'm happy to share my perspective. First thing we got to know is COVID-19 isn't safe. It's dangerous. We need to keep protected from this terrible disease that has killed so many people in Canada and around the world and gotten others really, really, really sick. So that's why we've worked so hard on getting vaccines. But we all need to make sure that things like vaccines are safe for Canadians. And I can tell you that around the world, different countries have health scientists who look very carefully at the vaccines to make sure they're safe, to look at all the tests that have been done, to examine them carefully. And of all the different agencies around the world, Health Canada is one of the very, very best. So Canadians can absolutely trust Health Canada and all the scientists and all the doctors who've looked at these vaccines and concluded without a doubt that the best thing to do to keep you safe from COVID-19 and to get through this as a country, as a community, is to get vaccinated. But also, encouraging kids to be doing everything they can to protect their grandparents, protect people in the community who are vulnerable, protect our health systems from getting overwhelmed. It's never too early to encourage our kids to look out for their neighbors and look out for each other. And the best thing we can do through that is making sure that everyone who possibly can gets vaccinated. I know I promised my kids treats after they got their vaccines. You are going to have to wear a mask still sometimes, but the masks are going to work much better when more and more people are vaccinated. So it's all part of keeping ourselves safe. The idea that it's too big for you to make a difference in is wrong. You can make a difference in the big picture by doing the right thing. And if you get them vaccinated, if they choose to get vaccinated, if they participate in that, that sets a pattern of engagement that will extend to volunteerism, to voting, to helping out each other. That sense of responsibility for your neighbors is something very precious in Canada that we can model for our kids and have them lead the way on now that vaccines are there from 5 years old plus. So it's an exciting and important time. And as always, we need our kids to be leaders, not just tomorrow, but today, right now.
Okay, so back to the OPQ response. Still in 2021/2022, there was a COVID-19 vaccination young adults campaign. It cost $407,000. By 2022 and into 2023, there was a booster campaign that cost taxpayers $958,000. That same year saw the fall additional dose campaign when the purported experts suddenly updated the science and switched from booster language to seasonal dosing regime. This campaign cost nearly $969,000. Another mini pediatrics campaign in 2022-2023 that ran $654,000, a booster for 50 to 70-year-olds, marked at $110,000. And finally, in 2023 and into this year, an additional dose campaign costing almost $76,000. All of this cost a grand total of nearly $10 million worth of social media indoctrination targeting various demographics to urge their compliance with this novel biological product that does not even prevent transmission or infection. Interestingly, a methodological report penned for Health Canada by, I suppose, Public Affairs stated that the planned vaccination advertising campaign has been approved for $40 million. It was to be rolled out in 2 phases. Phase 1, provide Canadian populations with the information they need to make an informed decision to get the COVID-19 vaccines when they become available to them by increasing confidence and trust in the COVID-19 vaccines. That's not what informed consent is. In Phase 2, increase awareness among all Canadians of the importance of the COVID-19 vaccine to protect themselves and motivate action. But where did the other $30 million go? For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. We've launched a special campaign at nomoreshots.ca calling on Federal Minister of Health Mark Holland to revoke market authorization for these injections. If you'd like to stay informed and also sign our petition and send an email to Federal Minister of Health Mark Holland, then please do so at nomoreshots.ca.